Hey, it's Greg here with Maritime Gardening. Just wanted to do a video today talking about wheelbarrow maintenance. And an important thing I think you should do with a wheelbarrow when it's new. I didn't do it with this one. I meant to, but I forgot. So let me explain. These wheelbarrows come, it's a steel bucket, but the frame is made of wood. And the way they make these, they have them varnished. You can see, there's a different angle over here. You can see the varnish peeling off. I got my son out here scraping all this old varnish off. So here's a spot where you get the old varnish, right? And it's flaking off, right? So they varnish it to protect the wood. That's their thinking. But what happens is that it becomes compromised over time, especially if you leave it out in the rain and wind and snow and ice. And the water penetrates and gets through it. It's supposed to block water, but the water finds a way through it. There's all kinds of cracks and little spots, right? Especially if it's out when you got the temperatures rising and falling, and especially if you're in a damp place like where I live, Nova Scotia, Canada. Look like a whole piece here peeling off, right? See that? So eventually the water penetrates, it finds its way into the wood, but it can't evaporate out because that varnish is holding it in like a plastic bag. So what you should do, and we're going to chronicle the whole process here, is when you get these new, if they are varnished like that, which most of them are, you scrape all of that off, and then you treat the wood with either boiled linseed oil or just a good stain. Something that's going to penetrate the wood but not seal it, right? Something that allows water to evaporate out of the wood but treats the wood so that it's mold and mildew resistant. So you can use one of two tools to do this. This is a proper paint scraper. I used to paint houses. I used to be a painter actually years ago. So this is the ideal tool in my opinion, but you have to keep it nice and sharp. This edge here should feel like a knife's edge. Use a file to get that nice and sharp. Or you can have one of these old knuckle busters. Works perfectly fine. So I mean, you can go like this. You can use the side of it. You can even hold it straight up and down and just go like that, right? And you can get the paint off, the varnish off with that. A tool like this, because it's purpose built, you can get it right down. I mean, you can use stripper, you can use paint stripper, but this is faster in my opinion, right? You can get it right down to the original wood. You're even taking a little bit of wood off. Use two hands. This looks like a one-handed tool, but it works better with two hands. You get into all those little nooks and crannies. One direction tool. Down into that. See how that's nice and clean now? That section is done. That's smooth and it's like new. And I got to do that for the entire, all the wood, which takes some time. But on the bright side, the whole thing won't rot out in 5 years, right? You do this properly, treat it right. Ideally put it away in the winter. And you should get a couple decades out of the wheelbarrow if you treat it right. All right. Anyway, I got my young fella out doing all this back-breaking work. So we'll show what it looks like when we're done. I'll show the staining part of it. And we'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. All right. See you in a bit. All right. We've had multiple scraping sections. I doubt all the varnish is off of this, but I would say most of it is. And we're just tired of scraping at it. We've had a few really good dry days, so I'm sure there's very little moisture in the wood, and it's time to stain this. Now I'm using an oil-based, old-school wood stain, exterior wood stain, right? And that's what I would recommend, because that'll penetrate, sink into the wood, and last. So we're not using a varnish, we're not sealing the wood, we're treating it with stain so that it's rot proof. A stain, a runny stain that'll sink into the wood. You can use linseed oils, lots of different things you can use, but I mean, I just have some stain kicking around and I know that will work really well. All right, so we'll stain this up. I'll probably give it 2 coats of stain. We'll see how the first coat takes, and then we'll just wait a year. Any place where we missed the varnish, it'll kind of bubble up, you know, after rains and stuff like that. So next year it'll be obvious which spots we missed, and we'll just scrape and recoat the whole thing. That'll just make it even better. It's not going to rot out in a year, right? These things take years to rot. So because the fact that we're getting at it now, while the wood's still good, while we can actually do something, is good. All right, so let's get painting here. All right, here we are at the tail end of it. Just wanted to show you the contrast in color. All right, this is just deck stain that I used on my deck. Right, a lot of little nooks and crannies on this. Right, you basically paint it and then tip it over and paint the other side. Then you know, tip it another way and look at that. Tip it another way, stand it up, look at it from different angles. That's the only way you can make sure you didn't miss any spots. Right? You put the paint on, then you just go over it like that. Pick up any drips you might have made. Right? I already did the underside when I had it tipped over the other way. Just give it a quick once over so you don't have any drips, like that. Fast hands. I used to work as a painter years ago. Don't miss it at all. It's good honest work, but boy, it's hard work. You'd think it's easy because, you know, maybe it's easy when you're doing a reno or something, one room, but when you're working for someone, it's just hard driving labor. I've hit all the nuts and bolts and everything with this paint as well. I mean, it's oil based, so to some extent it should prevent rust. Difficult to get this spot underneath the wheel. Just sort of use the brush sideways. It's less than ideal, but you can get at it. Right, you just, spots like that, there's no point in dismantling the whole thing. You just sort of get under it like that. Then you stand the wheelbarrow up and you look at it from different angles and try to confirm that you've gotten everything. So let's do that here. Let's stand her up. All right, look in there. It's pretty good. Right now I've just got my, not adding paint to my brush, just picking up drips. Anything I might have missed. It's like the Bob Ross of wheelbarrow painting. Let's go with the big brush. Just use a big dry brush. Some of this Van Dyke brown. Thick paint. Happy accents. I guess I got the wrong hair for Bob Ross. But you can see in there, looks like I got it pretty good. All right. There's spots like this in there, you got to load the brush up with a lot of paint. There, I can see I missed a spot there. So, yeah, it's a hard spot to get at, but you do the best you can. I can also tell, just by the way this paint's going on, where my son didn't really get all the varnish off. That's okay. We'll get that next year. But I'd say that's done. Done for now. Right? So this will stand up to the weather so much better. I don't know why they treat these with varnish when they should stain them. Okay, also, I mean, the wheelbarrow has a little piece right here. This is never treated. For some reason, this is not treated. This is. So everything should be stained. Or they should use, you know, treated lumber to make these, or something. Because otherwise they just rot out. So at least they do in my environment here, where it's just wet and damp all the time. Anyway, to me, that's what you do to a wheelbarrow to prevent the wood from rotting out. We'll let that dry, give it another coat, and that'll be it. just thought I'd get a shot of this. We've had a little bit of rain. Right now it's kind of like, not every place has conditions like this, but it's like a kind of fog that's like a rain. I call it fog rain. Anyway, you can see the treated wood. It's repelling the water. It's not waterproof. It's like water resistant. So the water's beaded up. It's not getting saturated with the water, but what water does get through can breathe back out because we've used a stain, not paint. Right? And that's why we do this. And this will allow the wheelbarrow, the wood, to last a lot longer. Hope you found this interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcast, maritimegardening.com. Check out my articles at maritimegardening.substack.com. Until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.